What's up guys, it's your boy RedCloud. We've got Pyre solution number 7 in today's video. This is going to be the Watcher's Pyre. Pretty much we are up to number 7 as far as what we have found in the secret finding Discord. If you guys want to check out that, you can check that out in the description of the video. But if you guys want to see 1 through 6, I have a video covering each of those in the description of the video as well. Without further ado, be sure to like the video, subscribe for more content like this. I'm live every day on Twitch. I would seriously appreciate it if you guys would stop by, say hello. Alright guys, so to get started today, we will be needing to go to the Broken Isles. So the Broken Isles, if you guys don't know, is right here. This is Legion. And then we're going to this isle, the Isle of the Watchers. Alright, so I already have all of the nodes that we're going to be heading up to. Pretty much what we need to do is we are getting a buff from all of these owl statues. So the owl statues that we're going to be looking for are right here. All of these coordinates are in the description of the video, so you guys can't get lost. All right. And then, like I said, this is in the Isle of Watchers, which is right down below Azuna, and you can teleport to Azuna from Orgrimmar, Stormwind, or fly from Dalaran. And what we'll need for the second part of this, we'll need the fledgling warden owl. This is a pet that you can put in a cage. You can buy this one on the auction house and learn it as well. So right now, it depends on the server that you're on. Fledgling warden owl, 1500 gold. Super cheap, honestly, really. And you need one to get this started. So let's go ahead and summon our fledgling warden owl. And what we're gonna do, if you guys, by the way, quick heads up, you don't need to purchase this if you are revered with a certain faction. If you're revered with the Wardens, which was a Legion, potentially like a Legion rep that you could farm before, you can just buy that from them. So you may already have this pet. And what we're going to do is we're going to fly around to each of these statues and interact with them. And we're going to interact with them so that our little pet here gets a buff. So once we've waited enough time, it'll activate over it and pretty much be like, hey, you've completed this. So be on the lookout for the red one, the blue one, the green one, and the purple one. As long as you can find those and stick around them as long as possible until you see the magnifying glass over the top of your head, you'll be ready for the next step. All right, we got the blue buff, and now all we need is, I believe, the red buff. That is the only one that we need in order to get all 4 of the buffs. It's really not that hard actually trying to get everything. It's just a little confusing memorizing where you need to go. All right, looks like we found the red one. Thank Jeebus. All right, let's get my boy over here. Always make sure that your pet is summoned, by the way. I added mine to a keybind because I found that they were constantly flying away. And we need to actually empower our pet so that we can move on to the next stage. So that's why we have to wait for the buff to showcase that we're done. And then after you're done, you'll have an indicator over your pet. Your pet will have this little white orb. It's almost like a little smoke trail floating above its head. All right guys, so once you have completed all of the buffs and collected them, make sure, a helpful tip if you are getting stuck, not figuring out, hey, it's not working, make sure you stand right on top of the buff so that your bird gets the buff. That's what's important. So once you're done, you'll be able to see a little glowy orb over your character, and then you'll be all set, ready to go. All right, guys. So the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to go to the Vault of the Wardens. So the Vault of the Wardens is the dungeon that we actually need to enter. But what we need to do is actually go inside this dungeon. It doesn't matter the difficulty. You can do it on normal. You can do it on heroic, whatever you want to do. And we want to kill the first boss. So what we're going to do right now is kill this first boss. All right, so this is the first boss. We cleared this. We went up to Tirathon. We're gonna go ahead and just literally auto him to death. Unlucky. And what we're doing is we are finding a secret room. So I was confused at first what was going on because I had went down. What we need to do, instead of going forward into the dungeon, as in behind that boss, what we need to do is back here, and then inside of here, the orbs that we just picked up from our little fledgling will have spawned. Once we're in here, we can go back down and we can go and pretty much just clear the entire dungeon at this point, up all the way to Cordana. Cordana is the last and final boss in this instance. All right, guys, what I did was I killed all the other bosses because they were really easy. They're literally just gonna get one shot by you. And then what I did, well, what I'm doing now is heading down to the Vault of the Betrayer, which is the next part of the instance. And this is where we're gonna meet Cordana, which is the last and final boss. And after we kill her, we're gonna loot an orb. A glowing sentry is available. Oh, we have to click this, I believe. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna kill Cordana. She's gonna drop an orb for us, an orb of light, because we have our fledgling warden owl. So we're gonna kill her. So the orb actually that we're picking up is this one right here. So it's this one, and pretty much what we want to do is just head back upstairs. All right, guys, so we made it back. Finally, it took some time, but this should spawn when you are back with this light over your head. So the sentry statue is what we need. Sentry statue in our inventory. All right, guys, now that we have the statue, what we need to do is we need to head down to Glazer's room. So this is going to be a puzzle that we're going to be solving, and there's going to be an add-on that we can download if you want to. You can solve it on your own, but I'll show you guys how it starts right now. All right, guys, so this is the spot we're going to set this on. This is the sentry statue that we're going to be placing it on, and we're going to place it on the floor right before the stairs right here. So this is the sentry, and prepare the startup sequence is what we're going to start this up with. Oh man. All right, guys, so we're going to solve the puzzle that spawns here. So when we click that statue, it spawns these statues right here. And I'm doing this from the reverse side. It doesn't really matter which way you want to do it. Diagonal, whatever you want to do, whatever feels most comfortable for you. What we're going to be doing on the screen, as you can tell, there's a website. That website is called claude.site/artifacts. It's a link in the description below. You don't have to download anything, and you don't have to use this website if you don't want to, but pretty much what you should know in general is that each of these statues affects 4 statues. So each of these statues affects statues when you bring it down. So click, see that? So it affects 3, then brought one up, right? So 4 statues. So what I would do here, because I just clicked this one, right? Click this one. This would be quadrant number 24, and it affected number 19, 18, 17, and 22. And that one's set. All right. And then once you're done setting it, you can go ahead and click the next one. All right, guys, some helpful tips that I have found that have been just super crucial. If you miss one of them, because even with the max distance, let's say like I click this, right? This is one of the ones I need right now, which is 1. If I click this, it affects 11, 18, 20, no, 18, 19, and 25. But if I'm unsure of it, as I sounded very unsure of it, what I do is I pretty much go ahead and spawn it again. So 11 affects 1. So anytime I want to reset it, if I missed 1, for example, I can just go and click 11 and it will go ahead and reset it for me. Probably have the solution here. So number 2 actually spawns 6, as you can see here. See? So it spawns it. So 2 spawns 6. So then you kind of get to know a little bit more about the map, and if you're missing 1, you can spawn that. So then 6, I've got 2, 5, 10, and I don't click anything else because I have to retype things or replace things if I click confirm on a random box. So 2, 5, 6, sorry, 2, 5, 10. We got 15 moved, and then we had 2. That's about it. It looks like everything's filled out. I've done this twice now, so I did it a little bit slower this time, tried my best with it, and hopefully it works well. By the way, when you are solving it, you can click solve, but it won't work until you solve it via its initial positions. So the initial positions is the last step, and what that does is you get back to the spot where you were facing when you originally started, and you go ahead and fill out the board. All right, so 2, 3, 9, 11, 16, 21, 12, 17, 13, 14, 15, and 24. And then we're gonna go ahead and try and hit the solve puzzle button. Solution found. Click squares in this order. 3. Wait, oh geez, I'm actually so excited because I've been doing this for like 3 hours. So we've got 3, 11, 1. All right, 3, 11, 1, and then it says to go to 10, and then we have to go to 6 right here. It says 8, then it says 12, and it says 17. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh my lord, dude. The last step that you need to do, by the way, guys, once this happens, you need to make sure that you have the flame bearer Pyre torch up. Then you go ahead and click the treasure of the wardens, and then you can see it, the warden's mirror. Let's go, guys. That was literally, I'm not gonna lie to you, that was probably one of the most complex things I've done in a while. If you guys have any comments or concerns about how to do it, leave them in the description below. I'll try and walk through this on my stream if you guys want, or something like that. But please let me know if you guys have any questions or anything like that. I should be able to help you guys out in the comments below. All right, guys, we are back in Karazhan. We are back in the crypt where we are with the Felcycle. We have obtained all of these so far. 7 of the orbs have been lit now that we have the warden's mirror, and now that we have obtained that, we're all done for up to pretty much right now, caught up November 24th. And essentially right now there are people working on the 8th one. Currently there's no progression going on with that, so I'll be updating that as soon as possible. Let me know if you guys are confused, like I said, about the actual like way to use it, or if you guys are just, you know, about the puzzle. I would highly recommend changing your like max view distance if you guys are, you know, do that. There's a command in the description below that you guys can copy paste into your game that will let you zoom out further than average. And lastly, you know, what I would highly recommend doing, because it will take you time the first time you do it, I'd highly recommend taking your time, double checking your work when you're submitting it, because with the website, we'll pretty much like you redo everything, or just at least like to the point where like you find the right answer and then type it back in. So just keep that in mind, and you know, just try and keep positive, guys. You know, get a crack at it, and you know, don't feel like too much pressure with like the fear of missing out on the Felcycle. I'm sure there's gonna be, you know, things that are going to be adjusted, or in general, I think that like the solutions that are coming out and like videos like this one will properly be able to explain it so that everybody can tag along for the journey. Thank you so much today for watching the video. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your night. Be sure to like the video, subscribe for more content like this, and also share this with anybody who's stuck on this part of the quest line. Thank you so much again. Have a good day. Peace out.